Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and elders, our great millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect, which are the house of David. All right, so today's lesson, Lord willing, be edifying to the elect, is going to be on Micah 2 and 10. All right, Micah 2 and 10. And also the reasons why we call the so-called white man, the devil, man. All right, because that's all written of in the scriptures. All right, we're not going to make this too long, but we're going to go through Micah 2 and 10. All right, because again, you got to understand that we're living in an age of destruction, a time of war, a time of pain, suffering, mourning. Okay, wickedness at an all-time high, confusion at an all-time high. Okay, uncertainty at an all-time high. Why is that? Because this world is underneath the vibration of the wicked ones, all right, known as Esau, Edom. Okay, Esau, Edom. Whenever somebody thinks about the Illuminati, okay, who do they think of? They don't think of so-called black people. They think of so-called rich white men, okay? And those so-called rich white men are the ones who call the shots. They run everything. They rule over everything because the earth is given into their hands, okay? They are the devils that the Bible speaks of, man. Esau, Edom. All right. Now the prophet Micah is telling us, the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, all right, and all you Israelites who are scattered abroad, meaning you're mingled in with all these other nations. So you have Israelites who look like so-called Chinese people, live amongst the Chinese people, speaks the Chinese language, knows the Chinese culture, but their spirit is of an Israelite, man. So they will suffer certain curses that the Israelites are meant to suffer. All right. Those curses are all written over in the book of Deuteronomy. All right. So that's how we know who we are. And also this word going out, if it resonates in your spirit, you are an Israelite, man, because this word is not going to resonate in anyone's spirit because it comes through the name and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So that means it's only for his people, which are the Israelites. Now the scriptures tell you that the Lord's name is dreadful among the heathen. So if we're teaching in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, everything about whatever we're teaching is going to be dreadful to these heathens, man. All right. So that's why I'm saying, if this word resonates in your spirit, you are an Israelite, because it's music, it's gospel. It's the gospel to the Israelites. Okay. And a war of words to these other heathens, man. All right. So this is the book of Micah chapter 2 verse 10. It says, arise ye and depart. Okay, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sword destruction. Okay, with a sword destruction. Ultimately, that sword destruction is those missiles, man. Okay, you taking that chip is going to destroy you even with the sword destruction. All right. It says, well, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Who is that talking to? That's talking about you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, man. You children of Israel, okay? The men, women, and children that make up the nation of Israel are starting off with the elect, okay? Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. This place is not our rest. This kingdom is not our rest. We will get our kingdom, our rest, in the next kingdom to come. Scriptures say Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So the next kingdom to come is going to be the kingdom of Israel, the kingdom of Jacob. Okay, that's our rest. But this is not our rest because it is polluted. All right, it is polluted on all levels, man. Okay, being that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, like it tells you in Job 9:24. All right, when you even listen to what these devils say, it shows you that they tell you that they have the power, man. All right. There was a quote by Mayor Amschel Rothschild, or Mayor Amschel Bauer. All right. The so-called godfather of the Rothschild family. Okay. He says, well, give me control of a nation's money and I care not who makes the laws. Are you hearing that? So you giving him control of the nation's money. That's the nation's power right there. Money is a defense, right? Money is literally what makes everything go round, man. Money's power, because that's why it's called currency. It's a current. Okay. And current is what? Energy that flows. So money is literally what causes nations to move, to flow. Okay, commerce, okay, trade, economy, everything, man. You know, employers versus employees, who's hiring who and who's firing who. It all depends on who has money, okay, who has resources. All right. So you work for me so you could build up your resources because I already got the resources, or vice versa. But at the end of the day, it's all about what? Money. And these Rothschilds are saying what? Give me control of a nation's money. How do they do that? By having these banks, the Federal Reserve. Okay? They control the money. Where do people keep their money? In the banks. Okay? And I care not who makes the laws. So as long as I have power and control over the money system, I don't care who's making the laws, because the laws are going to be done to work for me. Because if not, I'm going to bankrupt you. I got your money. And that's what these bankers are doing. That is a sign of power. Control is power. If you control something, that means you own it. And that goes hand in hand with Job 9:24, the earth being given into the hands of the wicked. All right. When you think of the top 1%, you don't think of black people. You think of rich old white men. Okay. And that's a fact, because that's what everyone thinks about. Even when you think about the Illuminati, listen, every top face in this society, on this planet, is a so-called white man, a white, rich, old man. That's what you see. Those are the Edomites. Those are the wicked men. Those are the ones who are causing the pain and suffering that we're going through right now. Another quote, Henry Kissinger. He says, who controls the food supply controls the people. Who controls the energy can control whole continents. Who controls money can control the world. And who's controlling the money and everything that we just mentioned? These top elites, man. These so-called white people, the top of the top. Starting off with the Rothschild family. All these different names that you see. Kissinger, Clinton, Trump, whatever. Bush. All these names they all go back to the Rothschilds. Bill Gates, Kissinger, all right? Rupert Murdoch, all these different names, these top
dudes, okay? They all have what? Code names. And those code names are what they reveal to the public. But they go back, you trace their lineage. It always goes back to the house of the Rothschilds, man. Because you're not gonna get no position in this society that's run by the Rothschilds if you're not part of the family. It's a family-owned thing, the family of Esau. Okay. So that blessing that Isaac gave Esau, when you go back to the book of Genesis, guess what? They're living that now. You see, they're living that now. That's a prophecy that's been fulfilled, and it's being fulfilled. And also the prophecy of Jacob getting the blessing, that's coming too. So, hey, like we said, there's a time of prophecy, right? So this guy here is part of the ones who rule this world. Okay, Henry Kissinger, everybody knows him, that's his name. But his real name, he goes back to the Rothschilds, man. Just like Bill Gates. Okay? Just like Bill Gates, man. You know? Bill Gates talking about Bill Gates, he's part of the elites too. What is his problem with the whole agenda of depopulation, man? Only a devil would think of something like that. And you have to be, for you to even think about numbering people or even depopulating any type of population, you must have some type of power. You know? You must be ruling like, yo, this is my house and there's too many people, I'm kicking everybody out. That's an owner of a house could do that. If you live in that house, you don't get to kick nobody out. So for them to say, I'm going to kick a few people out, we're going to depopulate. We're going to have vaccines. You know, that's a sign of power. That's a sign of somebody who rules the world. You want to kill off how many people? Why? Because you own the earth and you say, no, you know what? I decide who can stay here and who can't. That's a sign of a king right there. So Esau Edom is the king of this earth right now. Okay? Bill Gates is part of it. All right? Going back to the earth being polluted, look at the food that we eat. GMOs, man. Genetically modified. Who came up with that idea? Was it a so-called black man sitting in the freaking working 9 to 5, sitting in Harlem somewhere thinking about that shit? No. Jake tight on the train, you know? Jake that be working in the corporate offices, they got the suit and tie and everything, but you think they're happy about that shit? Fuck no. They can't wait to get home and the weekend could pull up so they could wear their freaking Timbs and they sag their pants and then have the sneakers and, you know, whatever, like, you know, the hat, snapback with all the jewelry and shit. That's what Jake is into. All that suit and tie shit is for Esau, man. That Greek shit, you know? But Jake is worried about paying their bills. Jake is worried about partying. Jake is worried about shit like that. They're not worried about freaking population control and GMO. Only Esau does that. That's another sign of the earth being given to the hands of the wicked, man. You know? These other nations ain't worried about that. These other nations, matter of fact, they have some type of morality to them. They all look at Esau and be like, yo, why are these niggas always like this? You know? And that's why ultimately they're going to go to war with Esau, with America. Okay? You know, you're looking at the air that we breathe, chemtrails, and going back to the earth being polluted, man. You know, chemtrails, which is filled with what, barium, aluminum, a whole bunch of mercury, man. You know, and these things all have what, nanotechnology that could fuck with the human body, man, because our body's made out of electricity too. You know, that's why you have your nerves, your nervous system. All right, how do you think information is transported from point A to point B? Through your nerves, man. You know, we have electricity in our body, so when you have other electrical things come in contact with the body, you're gonna have a reaction, and that's why ultimately those who take that chip, you're in grave danger, man. You know, it's all vibrations, man. All right, it's energy. Okay, hey, our women are polluted, man. All right, how they polluted? Feminism, women's liberation movements, gender equality. You know, gender equality, man, all this extra shit. And Esau is the one who came up with the idea that, hey, look, you know, if we could have you have some type of independence, you don't need your man. You know, you don't need your man. You don't need your man in the house. Fuck the man in the house. He ain't got shit to do for you. Divorce him, abandon him, and come deal with us. We'll give you all the benefits. You know, and that's what's wrong with our people. You know, you have it good, all right, and then Esau comes in, lies to you, and presents this dream. Okay, it's known as the American dream. They present it to you in a beautiful manner, and you're thinking, damn, that's a real life I could live right there. So whatever life I'm living right now, how good it is, nah, this nigga's pitching something even better. And then you sign a deal. You go along with what Esau is telling you, and then you realize that, damn, nah, this ain't it, man. This ain't what I want. I wish I had my old life back. You know, I wish I had my old life back, man. That's where we're at right now. That's why the elect are pleading for the Most High to come get us out of here. We wish we had our old lives back. Our first estate, when we were made perfect. And we didn't have to deal with all this extra shit that we're dealing with, man. You know, we went off because what? The woman was deceived or beguiled by the serpent. All right, and the man didn't put his foot down, which is all prophecy, but the man didn't put his foot down and put order. And we ended up going off as a nation. And now look at the curses that we're dealing with. But if we were not to go through all that, we would have been good. Now we're wishing we had never done that. But ultimately, the Lord had what? Mercy. He said, I hear your cry. I'm going to send my son over there, and he's going to cleanse your sins, man. And he did that through Yahweh Shai. Okay? And he delivered us through the elect, all right, of the nation of Israel. Not everyone's going to make it on this side. So you can forget about that. Okay? Only the elect are going to make it on this side. And that's because we're the ones, Lord willing, we're part of the elect. We're the ones who are making the Lord's ears heavy. We're the ones who have regretted what we've done to our Father, okay, and we're turning back. We understand the punishment that he's put us through is made his point. So we're crying, Father, forgive us, you know, just please, just get us out of here. Micah 2:10 tells you that, you know. But we're flawed because we want so much more, right? But we're ruined, as in our state right now, we're the lowest of the low. We're ruined because we get these things and we wish for what we had. That's why you have relationships, they a man or a woman, whatever, they'll break up because they're talking to somebody else. You meet somebody new, you're thinking, oh, this is the best thing since sliced bread. Oh, I'm gonna go with her, this and that. You leave your good woman at home and you go deal with this, upstart, whatever, this careless daughter, okay? And then you realize that, damn, this ain't even what I thought it was. Damn, I miss my old chick. You go back to your old chick, she's over you now. She done gone through the whole pain of breakups and all that extra shit. Now she's back on her feet and she's doing her thing, and now you looking crazy. You're flawed because you want so much more. You're not satisfied. You're not content. Our people is not content, man. We ain't content with what the Lord was giving us. We had to go follow after the ways of the heathen. And we got ruined because of that. And now we're wishing that we had what we had back. But the Lord said, He's going to make us even greater than what we had back then. So that's a beautiful thing to look forward to if you're an Israelite. Our women are going to be back in order. There's not going to be no feminism and women's liberations and all this extra shit. Hey, but guess what? Now, after they got all that freedom, now women are wishing they had men. They had real men in their lives. Now women are out here playing that I'm in the truth game. You in the truth? You're not in the truth. The truth is not meant for you. You're just here because you see real men standing up for something and you want to be a part of it. You're attracted to the power. That's why you're here. You're here because you really want to be in the truth. Except for a couple sincere, but hey, the scriptures even tell you that. It tells you that. Let me see if I can get that real fast. In Ecclesiastes, okay? It tells you that. This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 27. It says, Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. So that one man is Yahushua. Okay? The only one man who's righteous among all men is Yahushua. But among women have he found none. Ain't no such thing as righteous women. Or at least not in the sense of, oh, the Lord is dealing with you. Nah, Most High's not dealing with women, he's dealing with men. Okay? But you could be righteous by doing what your man wants you to do. Right? Because it says what? The order of things is the Most High Yahweh, then Yahushua, then the man, then the woman, then the children. Alright? So we the men are your heads. You gotta serve us as we serve Yahushua. And on and on and on. Okay? So there you go with that. So women are gonna be in order, but they only hear around this whole truth that you see women on the common board. Oh, shalom, this shalom. They only hear because they see the power, man. They don't really know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. All right, but there's a sense of power and security when you come around the men of the Lord, and that's why women are coming around. All right, once they hear the truth, they hear some type of sanity in what's being said, because the whole world is bugged out, So they feel the energy. They're like, ah, shit, there's some heat coming from here. It's cold out here. Let me get closer to that. That's why they're here. But if you're not in order, the Most High is going to deal with you. It's not about us. The Most High is dealing with us. Lord willing, we are those men. The Most High is dealing with us. Okay, and we gotta present ourselves in a certain manner. That's why we forego everything that's in the world, man. We detach ourselves from the world. All right, and we sacrifice everything for the Most High. All right. So of course he's gonna reward us, man. He's gonna bless us. He's gonna hold us through. All right. He's gonna protect us in these times that we're coming in. All right. And you people know that. Okay. Esau is out here what? Polluting the world, polluting our minds, man. Polluting our people's minds. The school system, which is also known as the public food system, man. What they call education, which is really indoctrination. All right. So that's also part of the pollution, man. They don't teach you real history. You know, you so-called blacks, Latino, you so-called blacks, you Negroes. All your history goes back to is a little bit before the transatlantic slave trade. Even that, you don't even know too much about that. You just know about, oh, we were brought over here. We was in Africa doing this and that. What were you really doing in Africa? You don't even know. Until the so-called white man came over and brought us over here on cargo slave ships. Your history really begins when your ass got over here after you got off them ships, man. Why is that? Because Esau has taught you that that's the only time that you were ever relevant in society, in this world. When you were a slave to me. All the extra stuff about you being an Israelite, when you conquered Rome, when you took over, you know, our power before even the times of the Assyrian Empire, before the times of the Babylonian Empire, before all these captivities, during the time of King David, King Solomon, you know, even before that. They don't tell you that history, but that history is in the Bible. Whatever the Bible is talking about when it talks about Israelites, it's you. That's your history that the so-called white man hid from you. That is why you don't even know anything about the history before the transatlantic slave trade. Because to them, or even to you in your history books, you never existed. Okay? There is no, that's why our people are so beat down, because your history that the white man tells you has no shine and glory. It's always about you being at the bottom. So-called black people being at the bottom. You don't know what it's like, or even have the inkling of what it's like to be on the top, to be ruling. But that's why through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we're giving you the history of our past. We're giving you the prophecy of our future. That we are indeed a royal people. So don't be deceived by the current condition that we're in. Okay? This is all known as what? The middle passage. Okay? It's always going to pass. And when it passes, we are going to be known and recognized as the rulers of the earth. How are we going to know that? Because the earth is going to rejoice again. Right now, we're in the mourning state. Let's get that. All right? We're in the mourning state. Everybody's mourning. The earth is mourning. You know? The earth is mourning. And that's because what? There's a book of Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Okay, so the earth is mourning, and that's because the wicked is bearing rule. The wicked are the ones ruling. That's why the earth is underneath a wicked vibration. But when the righteous are put in authority, which starts with the elect of the nation of Israel, the people are going to rejoice. People of the nation of Israel and all these other nations are going to rejoice. Even Esau is going to rejoice because he's going to be put in his right state, which is at the bottom. You know, right now he's mourning because he's not meant to rule. It's torture for him to rule. That's why he's destroying everything. Because he's in pain. He's suffering. He wants everyone to suffer too. You know, how dreadful is it to know that you've been given a short time to rule, and soon some man is going to come and take away all your shit that you have. And that every single day you got to think about that. Every single day you got to hear about that, because you got men on the YouTube talking that shit. To you it's shit. You know, about how your kingdom is going down. Constantly reminding you of the pain and suffering that's in your future. Of 1,000 years of slavery. If I was ruling and I had people saying that type of shit every day to me, I would not be happy. I would do whatever it takes to get them out of my face. I can't deal with that. You're not letting me enjoy my kingdom. You know? So you got to understand why they're going to come upon us with great wrath. Because we're literally destroying their happiness. You know? We're destroying their happiness. We're not reverencing who they are. Or at least who they think they are. Okay? They're destroying spirituality, man. The earth being polluted is destroying spirituality. People think being spiritual means doing the zodiac and smoking and getting high and then thinking deep. No, that's not spiritual. Going to church every single Saturday, Sunday, or every day that ends in Y. You think you spiritual. No, that's not spiritual. You know? reading all these different books, practicing all this different weird ass shit, the Wiccans and the Wickeds and all this extra. Bro, that's not spiritual. You know, that is not spiritual. Nothing about religion is spiritual. Or the religion that's on this earth. Even if it is spiritual, not in the right sense. All right, all that shit is all witchcraft, man. Anything that's recognized as an abomination, it means it's outside the temple. Outside the temple, meaning what? It's not sanctified. And if it's not sanctified, you can't be indulging in it. So these religions, the Catholic Church, all right, even Islam, you know, Krishna, all these different people, man, they come up with stupid ass fables, dumb ass fables, man. And then they get people, because, you know, people like stories, interesting, fun ass stories to keep them intrigued. So they come up with all these weird ass stories and they hit you with scriptures and say, look, you see? And it's all witchcraft for you to believe the type of shit they be teaching in these churches. It's like, whoa, how did they get them to believe that? It's witchcraft. You know? It's witchcraft, man. They do all these witchcraft rituals and all this extra shit in these churches before you even walk in, thinking that, oh, they're blessing the place. Oh, no. They're conjuring up spirits to come control your minds. Alright? This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 1, verse 4. It says, neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies, which minister questions rather than godly edifying, which is in faith. So do. Yeah. So neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies. That's what they do in these churches. It's all fables, man. They teach fables. Alright? Lies, stories, interesting soap operas. That's all you hear in these churches about the pastor's life. You go every Sunday to hear about a different episode of what your pastor did in the previous week. Me and my wife went out here and we had Red Lobster with some pork on the side. You'd be like, wait, they serve pork at Red Lobster too? You know, like, these stories don't even add up, but they meant to entertain you. You know, destroy your spiritual. And then you got Jake thinking, oh, my pastor said that. Well, how about what the scriptures say? You know, well, that's why your pastor will never come see us, because he will run away. He ain't got nothing to say. What do the scriptures say? That's the basis of the thing. You know, if you deal with the scriptures, you can't go off. You're dealing with the scriptures, you cannot go off. You just read it for what it is and break it down for what it is. You're not going off. You start going off when you start hitting people with the fables and the endless genealogies. Who was this? Whose father was this? Who went back to this? That does not even matter at all. How does that pertain to salvation? How does that tell you what the mark of the beast is? These churches are not doing that. They're wasting your time. That's why a lot of people are leaving these churches, man, because the truth is not in these churches. All right? The truth is right here on YouTube. Okay? Starting off with the apostles and elders of GMS on down. That's where the truth is at. Dawadi Habashim Yashai for that. That we have to pay for this. It's right there. It's for free. You just can't get it if the Lord don't give you the proper banknotes to use to purchase this truth. All right? Which is the spirit. All right? Hey, Esau, going back to Micah 2 and 10, Esau destroyed nature. All right? Mass pollution. Okay? With these factories and shit. Hey, when they shut down the whole entire world and people in their houses, when you step outside, man, yo, it's like, wow. I never thought where I live at would smell like this, ever. It actually smells like life. You know, we're not used to that. Fresh air, pure oxygen. Oh my goodness. You know, it's been breathtaking. You know, and it shows you that, yo, man, Esau has really fucked up the whole world like this. And just having people in their crib. Now look how fresh the air is, man. Like, this is crazy. You know, they had diseases. Esau brought a lot of diseases. You go into Africa, they always tell stories about when the Europeans came, they brought this, and that. The natives, when they were here, Northern Kingdom, they said when the Europeans pulled up over here, then they brought these different diseases, man. You know, but before then, we weren't having those crazy ass diseases, man. You know, but Esau, the Europeans, you know, the war that they be having amongst these other nations, constantly going to war. Esau, the chemicals from nuclear testing, you're destroying, polluting the earth, man. You know, the oil spills in the ocean, killing the animals. You know, you're destroying the earth. Destruction of trees. All right, you're destroying the trees. You try to burn out the whole Amazon jungle, bro. What's wrong with you, man? Like what? Like damn, you want to destroy everything. Anything Esau gets his hands on, let's destroy it. Why? I see something that's nice, destroy. Oh my goodness, dude, you're out of control, man. And that's why the Lord's going to destroy you and your kingdom. You know, you and your kingdom. As a matter of fact, let's get that. Let's get that real quick. Because you've done too much, man. You continue to do too much. Just in your mind. There's a book of Revelation chapter 11 verse 18. It says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear the name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Okay, so Esau, you gonna be destroyed, man, just for destroying the earth, like everything we just mentioned. From the pollution to the diseases to the wars that you fought over the years, to the chemicals that you put in people's food, all right? Even through the nuclear testings and all that, all right? The ocean, all the shit that you put in the ocean killed all the coral reefs and stuff. The beauty of the ocean is being taken away, you know? Destruction of the trees, man. That's pure oxygen right there. You're taking that away and building concrete jungles. You know? You're destroying the earth, and the Lord said what? And it says, should us destroy them which destroy the earth. So Esau, you got a lot to pay for. You see? And that's why you can't sleep at night. Because you don't even think about these things, but we keep constantly reminding you, and that's why you're getting mad. You know? That's why you're getting mad. Let's get a couple more precepts and I'm gonna close it out. All right, because that's why we're here. That's why we're here, man. That's why the Lord put us here. All right, and we're gonna keep sounding the trumpet. You're gonna have to make your move very soon, man, because we're not gonna stop. All right, there's a book of Micah chapter 2 verse 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity, all right, and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in their power of their hand. You see, you're just a devil. All right, it's in the power of your hand, because the Lord said what? The earth, Job said, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. All right, so Esau, you have the power, and they covet fields, and they take them by violence. So you go to Iran, or you go to Syria. You go to Syria and you say, hey, you want your oil? Syria says, no, you can't have my oil. Oh, fuck what you saying, we can't have your oil. Well, we're gonna come see you. Hey, ISIS, get your ass in there. Wait, what? Why is ISIS here? Well, we're America, and we like to fight against terrorists, and ISIS are terrorists, so we're gonna go see the terrorists and the ISIS who are terrorists in Syria. Whoa, wait a minute. Really? Oh shit, okay, well, my name is Russia, I'd like to help you. No, Russia, we have this under control. We're America, we got this under control. We're trying to help our allies, our friends in Syria, and we're gonna have to fight ISIS. Well, okay, shit, go ahead. America goes into Syria, starts beating up Syrians, bombing them. And then people start saying, whoa, why are you killing Syrians? I thought you came here to fight ISIS. Shut up, we're here to fight We said we wanted your oil. You said nah. We said we wanted to use the oil over here. We're going to use $1 to pay for the oil over here. You said nah, so that's why we're here. Oh shit, this nigga here. You know? And then you say, listen, Syria, it's not my fault that my oil is in your land. You know? It's dumb shit like that. That's what Esau likes to do. Covet fields and take them by violence, man. We came over here to the Americas, and what you did to the natives, you know, our brothers, the Gadites, all right, the Reubenites, Issacharites, okay? Christopher Columbus, when you brought your red ass over here, that's what you did. You coveted fields and you took them by violence. Okay, and houses, and take them away. So you take a whole household, man. Okay? All right, take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage, man. And you did that to the Israelites. You did that to the Israelite man. Okay? You did it so much so that you created a rift between the whole entire nation of Israel. Everyone is against each other because of what Esau did. You planted a seed of stress and sin, and now you've created a sinful nation, and the Lord is going to require that from you, Esau Edom. And there's no way you can answer but with your life, and that's why you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to give up your kingdom, you're going to have to give up your rulership, you're going to have to give up your livelihood to serve us and to pay for everything you've done and everything that you're gonna do. And this is real talk. Okay? This is real talk. The Lord is not playing. He hates you. So you just raising up the tab, just making things worse for yourself. You know, and we can't wait to get our hands on you, man. We're gonna show you what it's like to really, really be in slavery. You thought you had it, huh? We're gonna show you. Okay? We're gonna show you, man. But we're gonna wait. Alright? Get another quick precept. We're gonna wait, man. There's a book of Habakkuk chapter 2, I'm sorry, at 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. What vision is that? The vision of everything that we've been talking about, the prophecies. Okay? The mark of the beast, World War III, civil wars, okay? The famines, the plagues, the diseases, everything, man. Earthquakes in diverse places. These are things that are happening now. Sedition among men. These are things that are happening now. It's gonna get intensified. Okay? The purge. Many purges. These are all what? Part of the vision that is yet for an appointed time. That all goes into Jacob's trouble, the main vision. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So even though it's like kind of like dragging a little bit, wait for it. Okay? Now's the time to, oh, no, damn, I thought the Lord's going to come this time. Well, shit. We don't know the time he's coming. We know he's coming. So until you see him, you wait. That's it. All right? Verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Okay? So faith is a big thing, man. All right. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Who does that? Esau. How does he do it? Look at the biggest example. The UN, United Nations. Okay. Let's read that again. At the end, it says what? But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. He got the UN, man, the United Nations. He got the EU. He got NATO. Okay? And soon he's trying to go for a whole one world government. Who's the one who's doing all these things, man? You talk about the global elites. Who are the global elite? Esau, Edom. That's who the Bible is talking about, man. Esau, Edom, the so-called white people, the ones who run this world. Okay? It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. All right. Like I said, you go around taking everything that's not yours. You go into the western part of Africa, you steal their gold, their diamond, their silver, if they got silver, which I'm pretty sure they do. All right, their timber, their cocoa, their freaking. You go to Ivory Coast, you got their ivory from the elephants. You know, Senegal, whatever resources they got. That's what Esau likes to do. Go around and steal shit, diamonds. You know, they take all these things and they go do something with it. And how do they do that? Oh, even steal people, take people, man, slaves. They don't just take what you got, they take you. And then you go over there to his land or somebody else's land that he stole and calls it his. You go over to that land and then you're gonna have to be the one who makes the things that he stole from you so he could sell it to your other brothers who are not in that land that you're in. Ain't that some shit? You know? And what do you get from that? More criticism, more punishment. That's what Esau has done to you, man. All right, it says, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and that thou shalt be for booties unto them? So Esau's going to be taken over. All right? It tells you that in the book of Amos, the 9th chapter. All right? We're going to take you over, man. Whether you like it or yes, we're going to take you over. All right? All part of prophecy. Okay? Continuing, it says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, Esau, so-called white man. How did he do that with all these wars going around and shit, creating all these different propaganda and shit? You got many people killed. Many people killed, man. You know? It says what? Who spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. So pay back, man. Because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. So, boom. That's payback. Alright? That's payback. It wasn't the Africans who were doing this. Throughout history, whenever we talk about some type of war, violence, one people against another, you always see Esau in there somewhere. Because that's what you like to do. You were blessed with the sword, so you're going to use the sword. There's a saying that says, if the only weapon that we had was a hammer, then every problem has to be a nail. You know? Something of that effect. But Esau being blessed with a sword, meaning that everything that he sees, he has to cut it. Destroy it. War. Blood. That's all Esau is into. Destruction. Destroys everything, including himself. You know? So-called white people, that's just their nature, man. And if you get offended by this, man, listen. We say Edomites because that's who they are. Okay? You are the devil that the Bible speaks of. If you get cut by that, then it's up to you. Okay? We're just telling you the truth, man. Alright? This ain't about being sensitive, man. People just don't like the truth. And that's why, because we live in a society that doesn't have the truth. It's strayed so far from the truth that those who speak the truth are hated. Okay? That's just a fact. All right, continuing. It says, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land and of the city and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, Esau. All right? That he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. You've been cutting off many people, man. A lot of Jake. Alright? For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity. So you built this land off of blood, man. You killed, you raped, you stole, you destroyed, you enslaved. All right, and you continue to do that. All right, that's all written in your history books, man. All the lynchings that you did, you know, all the burnings that you did, setting brothers on fire, the buck breaking, the raping, the murders, all these things that you did to our people during the time of slavery and after the time of slavery. Even till today, you look in the prison systems, it's made out of blacks and Latinos. We're the first fired, last hired. Every bad thing, look at today, COVID-19. Who is the face of COVID-19? So-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. I mean, at some point you like to think that, damn, this white man has it for us, man. He really does. But yo, you're gonna have Jake who still loves Esau. Like, it's just what it is. The same spirits who, back in the time of the ancient Greek, all right, the same ones who went and had to make a deal with the heathen, man, round about them. You know, you're always gonna have Jake who wants to, you know, be at league with Esau. And they're not even looking to take over. They just want to be a part of it. Oh, you can still have your power, Esau, as long as I'm just part of what you're doing. I don't really care where I'm at. We don't have that mindset. We have rulership mentality. Just like Yahweh Shai. He ain't want whatever Satan was offering him after the 40-day fast. He said, listen, bro, none of this shit. I don't care about none of this. You know? Satan offered him the whole entire. He said, you'll bow down to me and I'll give you everything. He said, hey, man, fuck out of here with that shit. Alright? There's only one God that we worship, man. Don't come out here with that dumb shit. You know that. But Jake, what did they do? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, bet. I'll take a piece of that. What I gotta do? Well, sell your soul. Okay, bet. Done. Now let me go entertain people. Let me make some money. Esau is never gonna come to us with that kind of talk. He's not. He can't. Because he knows that we're of a different mindset. This world is not going to do anything for us because we're not in this world. We're not of this world. Okay? So there's nothing in this world that pleases us. We just live day by day. Our kingdom is the world that we're from, and that's where we're going to. That's where our minds is at all times. Okay? Because we have risen and departed from this world, man. Okay? So they got this whole one world government thing going on. They've changed the order of things, you know, because he's a devil. Okay, Esau, Edom is a devil, man. He's polluted the whole earth, destroyed it, you know, destroyed it, man. You know, but this earth is going to be renewed. Once the righteous ones are in authority, all right, the people will rejoice, man. The earth will rejoice. Everything is going to go back to its peaceful state. Okay? Everything is going to go back to its peaceful state, man. You know? And that's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and the words of prophecy. Okay, the words of prophecy, man. So I'm gonna close it out there. You know, Lord willing, this was edifying unto the elect. I like to say, call hello Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the water Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and until next time, Shalom.